We're getting started here with the RGL Winter Cup. Allen Gaming in the blue jerseys versus KUOD Damage in the red. I will try my best to call them KUOD Damage, even though I'm just going to be so stuck in my ways of calling them King's Crew or Mad Luxurious. But I'm going to watch Alexandros. I actually thought he was going to roam, but he's going to do the pocket rollout. And again, stock a little bit hurt, but we'll pick up an arrow right away. Alexandros once again kind of prowling before bombing forward, looking for some space on the crates. Actually, the blue scouts on AG, they're all kind of stuck in a corner, and there goes the bomb from Alexandros right on top of Morska. And now,
3 people down.
Yep, just the medic and 2 players alive on the side of AG. They're still stuck in this corner, and yep, the crunch, the vice script comes in. That's going to be 6 down on Allen Gaming. The only casualty, Ed, and now lucrative 85% Uber and counting. Stalker's already trying to get some, trying to get some stickies on the shutter door at spawn. Some early spawn camping.
That spam's going well, but I don't think they know about the soldier chilling X in lobby right there.
Yeah, Alexandros did a really nice job there pushing into last early and getting the sentry gun, although phone does die. And then Alexandros dies to a trap, so you know what? This ad, they'll still have a big window to go. Their respawners are coming up, and Charis is building away though, so the longer that they take, if they delay any more, they could be in for a rude awakening once they get in.
You're already looking at blue team, they're already rocking at 70%, so they might not be able to get a push in without having to have an Uber exchange.
Yeah, those two kills were actually huge, and I'm confident in the KUOD Damage not electing to push because Alexandros is actually on the backpack. He's rocking the battalion's backup now, so likely just gonna opt for some spam lanes, build that up, and then make their next move. But the only off class on the side of AG was Tony on heavy, and he's still trying to just hanging around. No doubt have his sandwich hiding somewhere for his medic if needed. But again, with the backpack play coming out of the red soldier, we're probably not going to see anything happening for a while. As I say that though, Riot switches to sniper, so perhaps he's going to try and open things up on the defensive side of the ball.
Taking the left side of lobby, going through 5-door it seems, or peeking through the 4-door. And to get the soldier here, it doesn't seem like it works out though.
Yeah, he took his shot, so now KUOD Damage knows what's up. They will... I mean, the thing is, like, the sniper is actually just going to prevent Alexandros from getting more spam. Although obviously having the 330 HP off the max buff will help. But the rest of his team can't really support him for fear of getting their head chopped off. So, I mean, I'm just like alternating between, as I hear a headshot get rung out there. I'm pretty much just going to be alternating between Riot and Alexandros cam for now. Actually, KUOD Damage poking really aggressively into the left side. And they pick off 2 kills.
They use both teams using right now.
Yeah, and this Uber's pretty much even on both sides, but again the player advantage in the hands of KUOD Damage. Although Ed had to run away looking for HP, and then Charis kills lucrative with the arrow. Medic on medic action, that should count for double the frags. And now it's just the projectile classes. Can they clean it up? Alexandros versus he was a respawner or just could not get into the fight. AG manages to hold on for now. That Uber, it was a pretty even trade, but then KUOD Damage, they couldn't win the post fight. And then the arrow kill also looming large, despite Charis having died at the end of all that.
Looks like AG played that really well. They played nice and back. Even when the Uber exchange was happening, they were just waiting for the respawner to come up to take that last final fight. And it worked out for them. So now they're just chillaxing. Looks like even Ubers here.
Yeah, they had a tiny sliver of ad as they are once again poking their way into lobby, and here comes the backpack. The horn is blown. Here comes the red players in through the door. They're gonna collapse on both soldiers from AG immediately, so no bombing presence. And look at this, they just waltz right on the point. The threat of the banner lets them just kind of get in for free, pick off 2 soldiers, stand on the point, win the round. So there's KUOD Damage going up 1-0. Who do you want to watch on this mid, Crazy?
Actually, I'd probably look more at the AG here. It looks like they had a decent mid last time. They just were a little slow in their rotation, especially with the soldier going in real early, already in the red team's IT.
Oh my gosh, yeah, he's a race car.
It's already in, so depends if they already know he's there, although they are down 1 in this mid here. And Stock just got destroyed Capriso and Tony.
Yeah, Stock hitting the dirty stickies, getting 2 kills. That soldier that you called that race car, that was Dylan, and he flew into the enemy IT, wrapped all the way around to choke, and bombed right on top of Lucrative, getting him with the 2 rockets. So no heals for either team. I guess Char's just having spawned. This will be about, 15%, maybe even 25 advantage, depending on if anyone goes to meet up with Lucrative, and it doesn't look like that's the case, as we see Alexandros trade out for Bumbo.
Yep, 25% it seems.
Yeah, so now, I mean, a little bit better of a mid-fight, even though they did lose it. Oh, but Tony's just walking forward. Ooh, he's down to 2 HP. The beam was on him just long enough.
Scouts on the medic, and gets taken out pretty quickly.
Row pieces bombed on top of Lucrative, who's actually running crit streak. He's also very, very hurt after all of that fighting going on. So, this advantage, it's still gonna be about like 25%. But if AG don't move fast, they're gonna be surprised here by a potential stock Brady sticky for the crit streak play. And here we go. They're already moving through. But
both soldiers bombing in, one in the choke, one in behind.
The Uber gets expended. They actually don't get any kills with it, and then they're gonna walk into the crit creek and sewer. Alexandros dies to Clean Buddy, and again the crits is actually finding nothing. So now Stock and his scout, they're just gonna have to retreat out through sewer. Phone fighting a 1v1 versus row pieces. Scout class is pretty good at killing soldiers, and now against Stock trying to do his best to shut down this door. They will have crits advantage to work off of because once again Char's popped his Uber, Lucrative used his crits, both medics stayed alive. We'll see how Allen Gaming elects to react to this, because again, usually your inclination to in a crit situation like this is to bomb both of your soldiers, but with Dylan having already gone down, I mean, Lucrative's already at 90%. They're only going to have one soldier to kind of react to this push.
It's like a soldier's bombing from Al-Qaeda going in, on the point, putting a lot of pressure on the demo here. I think they're going to have to retreat.
Scout crits? Oh no. I mean, Morska is staying alive for a really, really long time. Finally goes down to the sticky from Stock, but now Charis has Uber. They're just going to walk through upper IT door. Needs to hook up with his players. There is a guy in one. Never mind. Phone goes down. And again,
going to be taking back, going for last, maybe a back cap here.
Yeah, Alexandros tried to get in through the rollout door, but he gets shut down by 2 players on AG. And the thing is, Charis did not go, he didn't get under any pressure there, so he's got full Uber here to work off of. This should be a free mid, as long as they don't get destroyed by a trap or something. Hunter actually hiding on the Seagull spot. I don't know if they've spotted him yet. Here he goes, he's going to bomb forward right on top of Charis, and he gets the force. Nicely done by him. That Uber is no more.
AG played that really well there, using all of their advantages there. Even though newer teams not even able to notice that, but it looks like red team has crits here, busting through.
Yeah, kind of the curse of crit streak. You use crits a couple times as a medic, and you don't die, which means you're stuck on it unless you kill the medic, which they did not. Couldn't have a chance to pick up the medigun, and that's going to be actually after all of that. Despite the crits not really working out, despite Lucrative having gone down early, Quad Damage still win the DM fight. They're going to come out on top and retake mid here. Lucrative switching back to the Uber. Charis still on his own. So we are going to see, more likely than not, a stalemate here, unless one of these teams want to get a little crazy.
It just looks like they're holding on here. Scout in the front just trying to gather their information and choke.
Yeah, we're gonna be in a little bit of a lull in the action as both teams once again hard building with their scouts. They want to make sure they get that Uber before they do anything else. But once that Uber is up, I'm gonna imagine you're gonna see Hunter 2.0 flying in, or I guess Alexandros, depending on which one is more confident in their little sack attempt here.
And Alexandros had a really good bomb in the first half.
Oh, they actually use Uber, trying to catch Charis at 98%, and Charis goes down. 99% Uber, super aggressive. I kind of unintentionally predicted it, and there you go. Lucrative just knowing, like, hey, I spawned before their medic, and if we build at the same exact time, we have a really small window to work. And they got exactly that. Although Dylan bombing the scout on the point, actually denying the cap, drawing at least 2 scouts back. He will go down momentarily, and yeah, 3 down on the side of AG here. This should be a pretty clean push for Quad Damage. Charis is stuck in spawn. There you go. 2-0. That was a very, very nice Uber and collapse there from quad damage. Playing off of their had to have been like 7% Uber advantage, killing Charis at 99, which has got to be one of the worst feelings in the world. But we're going to be taking over another mid here. I'm watching the stock cam. I'm sure he's doing a ton of damage, even if his crits plays weren't that spectacular. Just waiting for an arrow by his own rock, and now slowly starting to walk forward and bully Morska. AG kind of electing to play in their corner again, although stock crosses the point with Lucrative in tow. AG still kind of just hanging out in that corner, although Morska finds the pipe kill onto Lucrative. Now it's going to be a protection. Can they keep Charis alive? There's scouts flying in from all directions. Now here comes the stock bomb as well. Stock gets cleaned up. They're kind of going one by one, and AG doing a textbook play, just balling up and protecting their medic. Ed is really scampered away to last.
I thought Charis there, he was taking a lot of damage there, even though if it was splash. If they just had another little bit more pressure from the scouts, they might have been able to clean up the medic there.
And now they have on crits again, so I mean, we're probably going to be seeing that a couple more times before this map is over. But this is AG's chance to, you know, get right back into the game here. So the classic saying is 3-0 or 2-1 is a game, 3-0 is not, especially on the 30-minute EU rule set here. So this AG Uber has to do something. Has to be really, really solid here. There is the gun already level 3 from phone on the left shutter door. Okay, Morska bombed through and he kind of got pre-fired, got shut down right away. And again, look at this, 2 players down on AG. This Uber is a disaster. They just have to run away. The sentry isn't even down yet. Yeah, I don't even think the sentry shot at all. So their Uber was just, unfortunately, horrible. And now Stock, his fires his first crits, and he finally gets something done for the frag video moment. Gets the sticky snipe onto Charis. No medic on the side of Allen Gaming. This will be a clean retake. And yeah, and here goes Lucrative. He's gonna go pick up. Oh, what? He's gonna taunt, and then he's gonna pick up the Uber gun. I think the taunt might have been unintentional, and then Stock and Alexandros go down. So a tragic turn of events for quad damage. What was that?
That was so bad. They had a chance there. They were rocking them. They could have taken mid there too. But
yeah, I'm gonna assume. Yeah, he must have misclicked. He hit his taunt instead of his swap weapon or steal weapon, and then that cost 2 of his teammates their lives. AG gonna immediately walk right back into this off of that advantage. Here comes the soldier pressure onto Charis. Actually, the soldier's gonna like to try and kill the demo man. And now, I mean, again, just chaos everywhere. It's a DM fight, and usually quad damage has been coming out on top of them. As we say that, though, Lucrative and Phone go down. Charis with another kill, picking up Alexandros, and all of a sudden it's just Ed and Stock. Ed has no health whatsoever to fight with. Oh, but Stock does kill a Dylan somewhere. I wasn't really watching that. I was watching Ed scurry away.
Actually killed him right under the point of second, so it's just going to slow down their push even more. They're already dwindling players from their first push in.
Yeah.
Now they're just
but the good news for AG is that their ad is like ginormous. They have 100% Lucrative only at 25. Is it crits? No, it's Uber. There is a phone sniper to be wary of. So this is a little bit of a mulligan, a take 2 on this, you know, last push here. They need to have a better Uber, and they're gonna drop Tony right away to the sniper. The gun will go down early. That's at least some scant consolation, and they're gonna start pressuring the point. But the Brass Beast Heavy is in play. Phone just rocking all the off classes. And Ed is just right all over Morska. Bumbo going down, and again, just another not so great Uber coming out of Allen Gaming, and the quad damage defense holds true.
They said we're not going to give up today.
Yeah,
we may take out our sentry, but we got another sentry, and his name's Heavy.
Yeah, the classic, you know, the sentry goes down, you switch right off into Heavy, and then you just keep holding. And again, the key thing about those last 2 Ubers from Allen Gaming was that, you know, they lost players at the start of at the start of both of those Ubers. So, you know, Uber advantage doesn't mean much when you don't have enough players to help fight. But speaking of Uber advantage, here comes Lucrative and his team. They're busting through the choke. They've gotten in through absolutely free, no pressure on Lucrative whatsoever. It looks like AG are just going to be giving it up for nothing. In fact, they're going to lose Tony. Now it's a 6v5, Uber versus no Uber.
Going through the one door here.
Oh, Ed is in and he's hungry. He's trying to get on top of Charis. He's going to instead take row pieces down. Now fighting the scout. But the collapse is just in. This should be a round. And there it goes. Quad damage. 3-0.
for Quad.
All right, well, I mean, AG's been making progress. You know, they won their very first mid last round, and then they got 2 chances to push last with Uber advantage. Obviously, unfortunately, you know, they kind of flubbed that push. Row Piece is in quite fast to the right with his demo. Once again, you know, Bumbo has really elected to play the corner here as there's a soldier pressure on him immediately. Yeah, Hunter gets the kill still.
That's going to be detrimental for this mid. I noticed the soldier, instead of helping out his demo man, he just went straight into IT. So I think that was a big mistake there from Blue.
Yeah, and as the dust settles, once again, a quad damage with a pretty convincing mid-win. Only Riot and Charis alive, and they're actually not hooked up, but also Riot could go down here, 32 health. Almost walks into the long-range direct from Alexandros, but he manages to slither away. They need to... You know, Charis needs to get on his high horse and build because they're only at 60%. Lucrative already has 100%. And, you know, if we've learned nothing over the last 15 minutes, the one thing we have is that, you know, Lucrative and his boys, they go fast. So we're going to see them take space through the choke already. Row Pieces may have considered bombing from upper IT, but got checked, face checked by a soldier. And Tony went in for the sack, I assume, or he got cut out somewhere. But otherwise, you know, they're just going to roll. They're going to keep rolling. But again, Charis, to his credit, did build Uber here. So, oh my god, Charis was 5 HP. Talk about, like, playing a dangerous game there. That low health is going to discourage any more aggression out of the side of AG for now. Ooh, that was close. I was holding my breath on that one. He was, like, juking and jiving, and then 5 HP before the right click was clicked. And, you know, Alexandra's trying to lock down this rollout door, is forced to just back up for a little bit.
That's the beauty of Invite Medics. They won't go down until they know for sure they're dead.
Yeah, we've been seeing great plays from both the medics in this game so far. So here we now settle into, you know, like the great debate, right? You're up 3 rounds. You got, you know, 13 minutes left. I'm sure they're going to keep pushing for more, obviously, as I'm sure the rounds, you know, rounds won, rounds lost will affect the playoff seeding for tomorrow's elimination phase. But I mean, you know, Quad Damage don't have to do anything here. They could just sit here for the next, you know, 9 minutes, whittle the clock down to like 3, and then force AG to do something to get off of their own last. But for the time being, we're watching the double soldier aggression onto the left side. They're all over Riot. They actually get him, not with Alexandros and Phone trading out. And the Uber actually got forced, so a 3-man is actually, that was actually the call there. And now, you know, just stock and lucrative, but they do have full Uber to work off of. AG are forced to get into 2 here. Yeah, that was a really good play. They kind of bullied left immediately with their soldiers, and then got one of their scouts in to help with the force. So now
they're going to be refighting second here. Quad damage using their Uber.
Yeah, they pick off Clean Buddy, but doesn't look like they're going to get anything else. Although Ed is hunting for Charis, gets Charis down to 38 HP. The pistol is unable to get the clean up, and Charis is just going to have to hit the resupply cabinet, and he'll be A-OK. Now AG have a very, very nice ad to work off of here. And, I mean, again, from this point on, AG are going to be forced to, like, take some, I guess, uncomfortable pushes. They're the ones down 3 rounds. There's only, you know, 10 minutes left in the game if they want to get a dub here. And here goes Dylan poking and prodding through the upper IT.
But they're trying to get through here.
They're taking their sweet time, though, and Lucrative is just building away. Phone is hiding over.
Now they're going.
Phone's going to last. Phone walked in through rollout. He gets
soldiers are going.
Oh.
This is a GG.
Yep.
Oh,
the triple
soldier comes in. Oh.
No. The triple back cap. The triple wrap from Quad Damage. They're going to get their 4th round. And it's looking over here, crazy. I don't, unless, you know, AG get like a full team wipe on Quad Damage this mid, I think we can pretty much call this map over.
It looks so. I mean, AG did play pretty well against them. They just weren't ready for most of the stuff that they had planned. I mean, that triple back cap basically threw it for them.
Yeah, now their backs are fully against the wall as we head into this next middle here. Soldiers are flying in.
Oh.
Alexandros just, again, flexing his soldier might, bombing into the other team's choke. Bumbo tries to salvage by bombing Lucrative, but he just gets shut down by scouts. And it's only
Ooh,
Dylan left.
wait a
He
minute.
he is in a hiding spot. So I
Haven't
imagine
seen him
he'll
yet.
go to stop the cap on mid. But he's really not going to have any chance to find Lucrative, who I'm sure is already posted up on second. So I will keep it on the.
Ooh.
Hey.
Alexander just took care of that real quick.
So Dylan hitting it with the quadruple question marks. Like, how did he know? But it's Alexandros. He knows these things. He's a veteran player. And now, again, I mean, this is just, looking to put the final touches on this painting here for quad damage. They have full Uber to work off of. Only a heavy as the off class. Though second is taking a long time to go down, so, they can't quite get on last just yet, as Lucrative just, his invulnerable body dancing over the stickies. He's just going to step on it. He's going to put some
Actually,
cap
looks really
time.
good for AG
Well,
here.
Yeah, actually.
Got some pressure. Are they going to rotate, though? That's the question.
Yeah, they can't stay in spawn for too long. Hunter trying his best to fend off a scout, but he will go down. Charis once again forced to kite into spawn. He was down low very early on, manages to stay alive, and Stock and Phone the only survivors. The soldier just walks right past Phone.
No.
Okay, Phone got called. He had to have been called. It's
Yes,
going to
he
be a
got
1v1 with a scout here. But actually, Charis turned around, and so did Bumbo. So yeah, they called him out. They're like, not again. You won't get us a second time.
Unfortunately, oh, actually, no, they don't push in off of that. Their demo was a little late to mid, but they didn't realize that yet, so better not to go in there, giving them seconds. So.
Yeah, Stock forcing to jump away there. That was a little bit spooky for him. But again, the AG aggression. Phone was sniping in the forward spawn, but he didn't really get anything. Dylan going down. That's kind of been the story for AG in this map. They've been kind of losing players before Uber advantages. Hunter does get the force off, so nicely done by him. And I mean, Lucrative is just safe as can be. And they're actually, they don't want to give this up. Lucrative is confident in his team, confident in himself, 90%. Doesn't even have Uber yet, but it doesn't matter. They're picking off the kills. They're picking them up, putting them down. AG is scrambling right now. They have to retreat. Here comes the Uber.
Ooh.
Alexandros got a nice first rocket, but...
Still going in, but looks like they were able to just slip away and hold on to last year.
Yeah, but for how long? 2 players down. Oh! Dylan with a nice little bomb there. Didn't really see where he came from, but he got in and snuck the kill onto Lucrative. So now it's just a DM fight, but the 2 scouts converge onto Charis, and it's going to be a 4v4 situation here. The health on red is actually way worse, but oh no, Phone.
Oh,
okay.
Bumbo's restuffing, but it's not going to be enough.
And that will be it. There you have it. Quad damage taking it 5-0 over Allen Gaming. It was about a 22.5 minute game, so certainly not a roll, but we'll call it like a slow boil there for the boys in red. They kind of just dominated on mid fights. They had way better Ubers and collected the W here. So
I also noticed that their scouts did more of a profession role at teaming up with their soldiers, especially on mid there. Especially on that last mid, they had both soldiers go in, not only take out the medic and the demo, but the rest of the scouts just cleaned up the players that were behind, except for the one soldier, but he got taken care almost immediately.
yeah,
Really interesting to see how it develops.
I mean, I just felt like quad damage just they were kind of rolling. All their chemistry was intact, obviously. And then, with Stock having big damage output, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to bring up the logs on stream or anything like that. I will take a peek at those myself. I can link them to you here, Mitch. I'm denied text privileges. No. I'll send it to you on Discord. It's okay. We have the technology.
Question is, do we have the brains to use the technology?
Alright. So, I mean, they did kind of finish early, so maybe we have a little bit of time. We can talk about these stats a little bit. The 2 things that I'm going to take note of is immediately the 4 4 mid fights to 1 for the side of red. And then Stock 325. Stock and Ed 325 DPM for Stock, 311 for Ed. I mean, it just they were playing extremely well. 16 and 3. Oh my God! Stock actually bottomed death in the server. Even Lucrative had more deaths than him. Actually, both Stock and Ed out survived Lucrative, which is kind of funny to think about. And then Alexandros had himself one hell of a game as well. 20 and 11. No air shots, but I think those are always bugged. But again, it just seemed like, a lot of it was mid domination on the side of quad damage. They kind of rolled them and always kept Lucrative alive at the end of them as well. So it kind of put AG on the back foot quite early, and we kind of brought attention to it halfway through. But once quad damage was up 3-0, they kind of had complete control of the map. They forced AG to try to do some like unorthodox pushes or untimely pushes, and then they kind of just won DM fights. I mean, both the scouts, Phone and Ed, combined for 39 kills and only 15 deaths. So when your scouts are going 2-1 in terms of the KD, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.